Morning guys, how are you? Today we're going to start talking about speed and velocity. I hope you have your notebook nearby. In case you don't, go for it. You might want to pause the video to do that. And the past few days we have been talking about the main words on speed and velocity. Today the idea is to use these main words to start working on a formula. Okay? So let's see if we can start now. Okay, so speed, when we were talking about speed, we talked about distance and time being keywords when talking or describing speed. And we can talk about speed such as 20 kilometers per hour, 3 meters per second, 1000 kilometers per second, and so forth. I'm gonna copy them here on the right. The main difference between speed and velocity is that velocity includes the following: north or up, or even right or left or whatever, which means a direction. Okay, so if you have a direction, then we're talking velocity and not speed. Okay, we'll talk about why this is important later on. Now, in order to talk about speed and give our start our first formula of the school year, speed requires these two main ingredients or two main concepts, which is distance and time. Okay, sorry if it's going a little slow in here. So we can put these three things, speed, distance, and time, in a triangle. Remember our triangles? Our triangle would be speed on the bottom left, distance on the top, and time on the right side. Okay? Our triangle looks very filled up with letters because, well, three concepts in there involve a lot. So what we do is we can narrow that with abbreviations and say that distance is D, time is T, and speed is V. Don't ask me why V, you can think about it as velocity, okay? But V. We're gonna be using this as our first triangle, okay? So let me give you an example of how this is gonna work. Let's say I have our triangle where we have speed, distance, and time, and we have a person running. Okay, so imagine this is a person that is running, and it's running a distance of 400 meters. This person did this at a constant speed of 8 meters per second, and I want to figure out how much time this person took to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw again my triangle with smaller letters and start filling it up. Distance of 400 meters, a speed of 8 meters per second, and want to figure out the time. So in this case, I'm stopping this for a little while. One more time, I want you to look at the triangle, okay, the blue triangle, and it's a copy of the one on the top, of the green one. It's just with smaller letters in order for you to start filling it up, okay? So I did the 400 meters on the top, the 8 meters per second on the bottom left, which is for speed, and I don't know the time. And when this happens, remember that when I don't know a number, what I have to do is when I'm missing one in the bottom, I need to divide. So in this case, I will start dividing 400 meters divided by 8. Okay? So to continue with this, 400 meters, I divided by 8 meters per second, and my answer is going to be 50 watt. In this case, 50 seconds. Okay? Let's try another one, okay? This was for looking for time. Now we're gonna do another one that deals with a dog, okay? So the story goes more or less like this. I have a dog that will be running a distance of 100 meters, and it's going to do that in a time of 5 seconds. I wanna know the speed of my dog. Ignore the triangle on the bottom right now because I'm working with this, okay? So here we go. I don't know the speed of the dog. So what I do is I build my triangle, okay? I put the little letters. D was for 100 meters. I knew my dog did it in 5 seconds. So I divide 100 divided by 5, and the speed of my dog is gonna be 20 meters per second. Okay? Let me just stop here. So remember, or bear with me, remember I'm kind of working with this for the first time. So look at the information on the top one more time. I have distance, time, and speed of my dog, and I'm looking for the speed. So once I put everything into my green triangle, I have speed missing, the one on the left side. Knowing this information, if I have the one on the top and the one on the bottom, I know I need to divide, and always the one on the top divides. Therefore, I know it's going to be 100 divided by 5. And my units are 20 meters per second. Why meters per second? Because my distance is in meters and my time is in seconds. Okay? And I know that the possible units for speed are either kilometers per hour or meters per second. So in this case, we're talking meters per second. Let's go to the last one. Okay, we're almost done. One more. Okay, so for this next part, we have now a car, okay? And our car is traveling at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour during 2 hours in a row, non-stop. So I want to figure out how much distance my car was able to do during this time. So I have my triangle, speed, distance, and time. It doesn't change, never. Here's my little car. And I'm going to do my triangle one more time with little letters. Remember, it always helps to figure out where things go. So speed, distance, and time. And I just start filling it up. I don't know the distance. I know the speed of the car was 60 kilometers per hour, and it did this during a time of 2 hours. Because there on the bottom, I know I have to multiply 60 times 2. 60 times 2, it's 120. 120 what? So I know I have kilometers because my speed was in kilometers per hour. Okay, so my distance is 120 kilometers. Okay, so what the sub-teacher, I'm going to ask you, sub-teacher, to leave this last slide, which deals with the units. So because I know that might be the hard part. So remember that the unit for distance might be meters and kilometers. That's it. The unit for time can be either seconds or hours. And the unit of speed is a combination of those two, either meters per second or kilometers per hour. So please leave this slide in there at the end, okay, just for you to remember those units. And probably for the next problems that you're going to be doing right now in the classroom, you need these conversions. The one of time of hours, minutes, and seconds, and the one of distance about kilometers and meters, which I will be leaving here for you. So guys, the teacher that's with you will let you know what you're gonna do. Keep on working hard, and don't hesitate on sending me any message through Jupyter or whatever. Okay, this is pretty simple triangles. Get to work on what the teacher is about to tell you. Bye.